Becoming a software engineer has changed my life in so many ways that it almost seems unreal that just this one decision can have this much impact on someone's life. Who thought that going after the only course that I initially wasn't good at would get me here? I took an intro to programming class in my second year of university and got my worst score ever, a 60 out of 100. Which I know, you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? It's not even that bad. But for a massive nerd like myself, it was absolute horror. I still for some reason enjoyed it so much and still decided to go for that software engineering degree, even though I obviously showed no signs of early coding aptitude whatsoever. But I'm glad I stuck it out because it was the best decision I ever took. And in this video, I want to share with you the top 6 reasons to how and why I loved software engineering so much, and maybe inspire some of you to pursue this path as well. A lot of people may think that this is an oversaturated field, and I understand why they might think so. There is a ton of people or software engineers in this field, and even though that is actually true, I'm here to tell you that there is still not enough software engineers. All around the world, tech recruiters struggle to find candidates to meet the exponentially growing need for software engineers. And the more senior you go up, the less saturated it actually is. This, in my opinion, is a major advantage for you, because it allows you as a software engineer not to act from a place of scarcity, but rather a place of abundance and opportunity. When you know you're in demand, and that there are loads of opportunities for you out there, you will be less likely to accept or to settle for less than what you think you want, or less than what you think you deserve. It allows you to make decisions aligned with where you see yourself and what you want to do, thereby making you live a more fulfilling life. Not only that, but you can also literally work as a software engineer in any field that interests you. So, for example, if you're into finance and you want to push that domain further, you can get a job in fintech. On the other hand, if you're into education and you want to have an impact in that domain, then you can always get a software engineering role in what is called edtech. If you're interested in like the food sector, you can also get a role in food tech. You get the idea. The possibilities are endless, you just have to choose. This is another major point, but I'm gonna have to stop saying that because if I don't, I'll end up saying that about all the points in this video. Being a software engineer literally allows you to work from anywhere in the world. Here is a list of all the places that I worked from over the past 3 years: Lisbon, Istanbul, Amsterdam, Vienna, Roma, Stockholm, and Budapest. All you need is literally a laptop and an internet connection, and they don't even have to be that decent. Actually, I lied. Internet has to be decent, or you'll hate yourself and everyone around you. I am absolutely in love with the idea that one day I can wake up and decide to uproot myself to somewhere new without having to worry much about the job aspect of it. And to echo off of that, this lack of needing a physical space to work played a very important role in what happened and is still happening with the pandemic. I was and I am still lucky enough to be in a position where I don't have to worry about losing my job just because there is a lockdown and I can't be physically present at the location of my work, which unfortunately was the case with many other professions during this pandemic. Yes, the stigma about software engineering salaries is correct. Software engineers do make a decent living and everyone knows that. And I know, money's not everything and it doesn't buy happiness. Sure, yeah, I both agree and disagree with you. I think money does buy happiness up to a certain limit, after which it doesn't really have any much more influence on your happiness levels. But up to that certain limit, you will have problems that money can solve for you. I think it's enough to say that for the most part, a software engineering salary will get you to that base level or limit. I am a massive nerd, and I absolutely love solving problems. Software engineering is so fun and enjoyable that oftentimes I find myself spending hours solving a problem without noticing how much time passed by. It is something I'm truly passionate about, and I'm quite happy with how I spend my time when I'm problem solving. And if the fun factor didn't sell you enough on it yet, then let me tell you this. The endless hours I've spent developing my problem solving and creative skills leaked over in other areas of my life where I now feel much more equipped at dealing with whatever problems I encounter in other areas of my life. Coding is probably the closest anything comes to magic. For the most part, I used to prefer to do things alone. I'm not really an introvert, but I have always felt like a lone wolf in terms of how I approach different endeavors in life. It's not that I'm not a team player either, it's just that I used to prefer to just work on my own and I felt that that's how I performed the best. But this has changed a complete 100% ever since I became a software engineer and started working as part of what is known as software tribes or teams. The amount of momentum you gain off of your teammates when you work together is absolutely phenomenal. Software engineering has significantly improved this collaboration spirit in me and has made me a believer in the importance of having a community in whatever you do in life. And this community is absolutely amazing. If you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together. One of my passions in life is continuous learning and becoming a little bit better every single day. Our brains are like a muscle. If you don't exercise them regularly, they decay with time. Which is why my goal is to improve at least 1% every day. According to James Clear book, Atomic Habits, which is a fantastic read, by the way, check it out if you haven't already. If you get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. As a software engineer, you often find yourself learning and evolving on a daily basis in a very seamless way. It almost doesn't feel like work because you actually feel like you wanna keep up with what's going on and want to get better at it. Being a software engineer has got me on this continuous daily learning and improving journey for life. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings on why I love being a software engineer, and I hope I inspired you to either start this journey or to stick it out. It's a bumpy ride in the beginning, but it's all worth it in the end. If you're just starting out your journey, I've made a video about the lessons I wish I knew when I was first starting out, so make sure to check that out to avoid falling into some of the pitfalls that I fell into. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.